The reason I decided to leave crime is, I remember the last time we went for a mission in crime. 3 of my friends were killed. They were lynched and burned. And when I was with them, then I had to go and release myself. I normally tell people the call of nature saved my life. I normally tell people, we won't wait for someone to come from abroad or from another neighborhood to come and transform this Dandora. Because we are the one who gave it the bad name. You gave me also time to mobilize my fellow youths, at least to leave crime, and we start something that can help our community. It is only by doing a man shall make a difference. Okay? So my encouragement to the government, ile idea wanaweza fanya ile to conserve environment, they can use youth community-led initiative like these ones.
What comes to your mind when you hear of Dandora slum? This week, Before 18 is in Dandora slum, that is the Believer's Court, to bring you the amazing story of Evans Otieno, a transformer who has made a playing ground for children and a place where children can read books and have fun. My name is Colin Sorono, and we are here to bring you the story of transformation from crime to making spaces better for children.
My name is Evans Otieno, the founder of Believers Community-Based Organization. So Believers Community-Based Organization is an organization made up of youth, different youth here in Dandora. So the idea, we started Believers Community-Based Organization back in 2014 with the main aim of transforming these neglected public spaces so that it can help the community living around it.
Why did you decide that you want to do this, especially for children?
It has been a long time here in our community that the kids were left alone. Okay, so you'll find that those spaces that were left for the community, the spaces that were left that the community can come up with a project or they can be used for the kids to play, all of them were grabbed. Okay, and the remaining one, I said, why don't I start something that at least these spaces that have been left, we start something that can benefit the community. That is when the idea of starting to transform this park and also to transform the other kids arena.
Where did you grow up from, and how has been your journey? How was your childhood journey?
So me, I grew up here in Dandora. Unfortunately, when I reached class 3, I lost all my parents. So me, I started growing with my grandmom, who brought me in when I was in class 3. Unfortunately, when we reached class 5, then she also passed away. So I started living on my own at class 5. Okay, so that is my background journey of Evans Otieno. So I just grew in Dandora. I have seen a lot of things happening here in Dandora. So I used to do crime to pay my school fees. That is how I survived until Form 4. So I finished my school in Form 4.
So, like, okay, from crime to transitioning to this, why did you decide that, I'm leaving crime and you come to transform the community?
The reason I decided to leave crime is, I remember the last time we went for a mission in crime. 3 of my friends were killed. They were lynched and burned. And when I was with them, then I had to go and release myself. I normally tell people the call of nature saved my life. Immediately I went to relieve myself. That is when my friend, all of them were lynched. So from that day, I left crime and I decided that I was going to do something. That is when the idea of coming to transform this space. If I show you my album, all of my friends have, all of them, almost all of them.
Wenye walikuwa kwa crime.
Wenye tulikuwa nao kwa crime.
Walienda.
Wote walienda. So I decided that enough is enough. I took part in giving Dandora a bad name. I'm going to take part in giving this Dandora a good name. And I've seen the beauty how Dandora used to be a long time before the increase in population came in Kenya, in Dandora. So what happens when the population increases, you'll find that these spaces that were left, actually Dandora was a World Bank project which was done back in 1978. And when they were doing this, there were spaces that were left for the community, that the community can use those spaces, either they can do anything with them. But it reaches a time, due to population, increase in population, the people who came to Dandora started grabbing these pieces of land. Okay? So I decided to say enough is enough, and I had to stand up and say that this space that belongs here in Believer's Garden, it was not going to be grabbed by anybody. And that is when the idea came, why don't I transform these neglected public spaces into a garden, so that at least the community can know the importance of these kind of spaces. That is when I decided also to transform the other place for the kids arena. So at least the community, the kids in the community, they can have at least somewhere they can go and play, a safe place, in short, a safe place, a clean, where they'll just enjoy themselves. Yeah.
So what inspired you to do this, specifically, and why did you choose this location?
Okay, I chose this location because I've grown up here. My home is just next plot here. So when I was growing here and the kids, I decided that let me start something that can help the community. Because here in Dandora, you'll find that the whole news that comes in Dandora is all about negative things, that crime, a lot of negative things. Then I decided, with these spaces, why don't I start something that at least can show people there is something positive that really can come out of Dandora.
Na watoto wamekuwa wakionaje, like, when they come here and they have space to play and all that, how do they feel?
Actually, through this initiative, even me, when I was starting, I didn't know that it will come up to that level.
Yeah.
Because the kids in the community, they really enjoy that space. And you'll find that since we don't have this kind of spaces, a lot of kids in the community, all around Dandora, they come to that place to enjoy themselves. And there are a lot of them. So what makes me a happy man is when after they finish playing, they normally tell me, Asante Uncle Evans. You see, that shows that there is something that really we are doing for the youths, for our kids. Because if there is no anybody to take care of the children, then who will? There is no anybody. So me, I took it as my responsibility to make sure that these kids, the next generation of Dandora, at least they have somewhere to play in. Because me, when I was growing up, we never had such thing. Okay? But I wanted to be a change that I want to see in Dandora. In fact, even when we were starting to do the transformation of the site, actually the kids are the one who will provide the material that we were using in that place.
Wow.
What that shows is that they take the ownership of those spaces that we are going to transform. Now they know, and they can relate with that space, knowing that that is their space. Me, like tunasemanga ni to love kids. Once you have the love for the kids, the community, you see, do you know most of us only have love for your kid. Yeah, for your kid hakuna mtu ananga.
Yeah.
But if you take it general, what is the good for this thing? Isikuwe tu ni shule uone tu mtoto tu ati ile kitu tunahitaji tu ni shule once ametoka shule. No, that is not what he wants. He wants to play. While they're playing, they are growing very well, okay? And how can they play? They can't play in the house. They can only play when they come together, okay? So me, what I can urge people is to try and come up with this such a kind of initiative where at least the kids in the community, they can come play together. This bring even the unity among them. Because I know the next generation of here, hata jua ni Kikuyu ni Mjaluo, no, they grow up knowing that we are all kids and we should unite and play together.
So the whole of this space, I can see there are shelves here, there are books, and first of all, let me ask, what inspired the artwork and the setup of everything here?
What inspired the setup of this place is that most of kids in Dandora, they've never gone to even to a national museum or somewhere they can see an animal. Because you see, this is a low neighborhood community where not every parent can afford to take their kids to go and see the animal. So the idea, what inspired me was, why don't I try to come up with an art? We use a art as a means to show, to create something that even if these children in our community will not be able to go and see the big five animal, but at least through art, let us bring, we draw the big five animal and we teach them the characteristics of this big five animal. So even if the kids have not gone to the Nairobi National Anthem, but at least you have something knowledgeable about what a rhino is, what the big five animals are. So that was the reason why we decided to do it.
So who does the artwork, like the ones we can see kwa ukuta hapa hivi, the lion and the rest of the animals? Who does the artwork?
The artwork, everything that we are doing here, just the way I started by telling you, this is a community-based organization which is made up of youth. So the art, I am also doing art, and also one of our member is also an artist. So we are the one who are doing that art.
So huku ndani ni nini iko hapa ndani? I just wanted to explain, like what do we have inside here?
What we have inside Believer's Garden is, first of all, we have a library. So the reason why we created a library was to stimulate the culture of reading among our community and also among the children. So like on Saturday, we have a program called the Mentor Kid. So under the Mentor Kid, on Saturday, kids from the community, they come here, we read storybook for them. We just teach them about environment and all conservation and the importance of this kind of spaces to the community. Another thing that we have here, we have a fish pond. So the idea of fish pond here, we have different varieties of fish. So where people can come here, you just watch the kids come here, you just watch the fish swimming. The idea is just to bring nature closer to the people. Other thing that we have here, we have different varieties of fruit trees. All the trees that we have planted here, they are all fruit trees. The idea is for you, when you come to here, if you sit down, you can have a fruit and eat while you are relaxing. The other thing that we have here, we have different types of birds. Yeah, we have pigeons here, different varieties of pigeons. So here it's a home for animals. We call it a park for animals. We have tortoises here, we have rabbits, we have guinea pigs here. So we have different types of animals here. The reason is when the kids come here, at least we try to teach them about this animal and how they are associated with the environment. The chairs are made up of old tires.
Wow.
So the reason is that we try to show people that things that people consider waste, if we can use them in the right way, they can still act as a raw material. Like not only old tires, we have even the old television, we have old briefcase, we have old toilets. Everything that people consider waste to us, we recycle them and we use them as raw material.
How is the reception within the community? Wanaichukuaje?
So actually the reception, when we started, the reception was not that good. Because most of the people thought that these are also still land grabbers. You see, I told you that these spaces that were grabbed by land grabbers. So when we decided to transform this space, some of the people thought that we were land grabbers. But along the way, they saw, oh, this is what they were doing. The perspective of the people towards this project started changing. Whereby the community now, they own this project. There is a meeting that we call with all the community along the area, and we discuss about this project and how it is going to benefit them. Actually, all the community participated in this. In one way or the other, there is a contribution that we agreed, like 100 shillings. So this 100 shillings, 50 shillings goes towards the security, 30 shillings goes towards the maintenance, 20 shillings we normally save it, just in case something gets spoiled. So in one way or the other, I normally say that this project is a community-led initiative.
So the 100 shillings, like they contribute after how long?
So the 100 shillings you contribute after 1 month. That is after 4 weeks. So after 4 weeks, we will, on each 5th of the month, we normally go and collect the 100 shillings. So each community or each member of the community know the work of that 100 shillings.
So apart from children, maybe do adults also come to this place?
Yeah, we have some project for the adults. We have the mental health program. So under the mental health program, what happens? The community in the area, we normally have a meetings here where we just discuss the issues that are affecting people. Okay. We also have the mentor dada program. So under the mentor dada program is whereby the ladies in the community, they just come here, they talk their ladies stuff, they air out their issues. So those are some of the programs that we are doing here. And also another thing that this place, it also, people come for meetings here. People do their birthday parties here. People do their baby showers here. So even weddings, a lot of people have come for the photo shoot of this place for wedding. Yeah.
So how do you feel, Evans, having all these and people coming here because of something that you created yourself? Unasikiangaje?
Actually, to be honest, I really feel good. Yeah, I feel good. The reason why, because I see there is something that I'm doing to my community. Okay, that is what makes me, when I see the kids have somewhere to play, I feel happy because I know at the end of the day, God gave me another chance to come up with something positive towards my life. I normally tell people, we won't wait for someone to come from abroad or from another neighborhood to come and transform this Dandora. Because we are the one who gave it the bad name. You gave me also time to mobilize my fellow youths, at least to leave crime, and we start something that can help our community. Through that, when we started, it was not that going well, because they will send even the police officers, can you go interrogate those people, can you really confirm, is it really they have changed or they're just playing with our mind? But with process, with time, they started seeing what we were doing and we were committed to bringing a change in our community. Then even the police officer came on board, all the chiefs came on board, all the community, the leaders in the area came on board. So it is not only that my own initiative, but now it is a general community-led initiative. Yeah.
So you told me, like, you've won several awards. What are some of the awards that you've won, and how has the journey been in terms of being recognized?
So through this initiative, through the mobilization of my fellow youths, the Dandora Transformation League, we won the Dubai International Award for the best practice in improving the living standard of human being. We also won the Singapore Award for the smart cities. This idea we won through the Smart Cities Award. Through this award, we have also won the best child-friendly space. We won the best child-friendly space through transformation of this space. So those are some of the things that we have won. And also through this transformation of this space, we have been to Dubai to educate the people of Dubai about this project and how the youth of that place can also do this.
So you've been to Dubai?
Yeah, I've been to Dubai.
Because of this project?
Through this project.
And which other country have you been able to go because of
Cape Town? We're in Cape Town, South Africa, for this project. And this year, we are planning to go somewhere, which I'll say at once I'm back.
Wow. Wow. So now, comparing, like, the reception between how other countries outside are taking this project and in Kenya, what have you, how has it been, how has the reception been in Kenya?
Actually, the reception in international, they recognize us even more than here in Kenya. Na ndio mtu alisema shujaa tambuliwi kwa nabii atambuliwi kwao. But outside there, they really recognize that like more than here in Kenya. But my plan, that is what really I'm not happy with, because I think that through this project, even if the media in our country can air it out, and through this project to help also other youths who don't have something to do, through this project, I believe we can change the world. Yeah.
Wow. Now, what are some of the challenges that you faced in coming up with this project and running it?
So there are a lot of challenges. Every time you are bringing change to where it was not there, you are assured to meet with some oppositions. So we had some opposition of people who did not want this kind of project. We also have some challenges like land grabbers. Like when I was starting this place, someone offered me 1.5 million.
Wow.
Kijana, wacha nipewe 1.5 million, then you leave me to build a tall building here.
Yeah.
But I say I don't want 1.5 million. I want this place to be a garden that even if one day I will not be in this world, at least I will say we left garden in Dandora. Yeah. So those are some of the challenges that we are counting. Also lack of resources. You see, considering we need things like paints. Paints, what happens to paints? Paints, you need money to purchase them. Okay. What some of also the challenges is lack of political goodwill. Okay, like politicians, some of them, they think that we are interested in their seats, but in real we are not doing this because of politics. We are just doing this because of our community.
So you are a threat to politicians?
Yeah, they think I'm a threat to them.
Saizi ukisimama tu hivi pap.
Yeah, but I'm not going to politics.
Wow. So ni ideas gani unaweza peana watu wa gava like how to preserve environment? Ni vitu kama gani like recommendations kama gani unapeana officials wa gava and other people?
So officials za gava, what I can do when it comes to environment conservation, we don't conserve environment tukiwa kwa ofisi. We only conserve environment by doing something. That's why I normally say it is only by doing a man shall make a difference. Okay? So my encouragement to the government, ile idea wanaweza fanya ile to conserve environment, they can use youth community-led initiative like these ones, in that there are those some incentive or some environment funds that have been put in place. But you'll find that people like us, when we go to access those funds, there is a lot of bureaucracy of that money, but you can see what we need money to come and put it in something. But with that bureaucracy, it will never bring any change in our community. That is the problem with us Kenyan. We really like a lot of paperwork instead of action.
Yeah.
But to us, we don't like a lot of paperwork. We like action, that this is what we are going to do. So me, what I can say to the government, we can partner. They should look for some partnership between the youths who are in the community, because youths have a very big major role in the community. They can bring a very big impact in the community. Given a way to go, then I think that can really help. Dandora as a whole, we have 3,000 youths who are doing this.
Wow, like different projects?
Yeah, like different projects in different places. This is only one place that I've shown you.
So you have like such program in other places?
Yeah,
also?
we have like spaces like this which have been transformed by other youths who come. We teach them how they're going to do it. They come, we to show them, and we're using this through the Changing Face competition.
Wow.
So this Changing Face competition through PSN Public Space Network, now we compete among ourselves. Who best can transform their area?
Wow.
You see, we are competing, and at the end of the day, we are bringing change to our community. Yeah, so that is the system we are using.
What is your vision now for this project? Like now, what are you anticipating to have in future?
For this project or for Dandora?
For Dandora, like, you know, such a project. What is your future? What do you think of the future?
The future, what I think about the future is, when we started this, we said that if we transform Dandora, we transform Nairobi. If we transform Nairobi, we transform Kenya. If we transform Kenya, we transform Africa. If we transform Africa, we transform the world. It is not only Dandora. Dandora is just a sample that this is what we are supposed to do. So through this initiative, now it has been to other neighborhoods. The youths also in other neighborhoods are doing it. Okay? So what I want to say is, I want to see millions of jobs created through this project to the youths. Okay? I want to see community having somewhere clean, green and safe space for them to play. Okay? I want to see build IT learning spaces built on the spaces that have been transformed. So this way, the community will at least know the importance of this kind of green spaces in our hood. My general remarks is this: to any youth who is listening to me, is that you be the change you want to see. To anyone who is tired of anything, or where you are living, or anything that is really making you feel sick, what are you doing about it? You start being the change that you want to see. And if we come together, through you bringing the small change, I play my part, someone's other play his part, then at the end of the day, we will bring paradise back here in Africa.